Hi guys, Michael here. Today is Tuesday, September 17th. Still in Toronto. One day, actually tomorrow, will be the celebration service for my sister who suddenly passed away. But wanted to, with all the sounds behind you, motorcycles and dogs barking and sirens blaring, to give you this week's version of Eclectic Roots Groove playlist curated by RCSQ Records. And so today we're going to talk about Mark Knopfler, particularly Dire Straits, and the song specifically is Sultans of Swing. What's interesting about Mark Knopfler, particularly as the center force behind Dire Straits, is that he had a distinctive blend of country, blues, and other roots traditions. He's kind of like a thinker, an innovator, a traditionalist, and highly prolific. One of the things I love about him, if you listen to the Sultans of Swing, is a distinctive finger-picking style that he has, which almost has a kind of a bluegrass tradition, a Roxy bluesy style with a kind of, I would call it crystal clarity that appeals to me, and probably appeals to everyone. It's one of the most popular songs of Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. There's like no exaggeration in the playing. It's just the right notes at the right time. And you always, once you hear the song, you always wait for the solo at the very end, which it's kind of virtuosic, and every guitar player tries to learn the riff at the end. These lovely dogs that are barking. There's a dog park over there. It's kind of lovely. They all get together and they play. When he was at a younger age, his uncle Kingsley played boogie woogie, and he heard it as his distinctive style. And he said, I fell in love with these three chords, which we know as the tonic, the subdominant, the dominant, or 1-4-5. And he says, I've always loved those chords ever since. He has this voice which is kind of like a melodic Bob Dylan. Mark Knopfler was highly literate. He worked as a music critic, and then he went to Leeds University to study literature. After that, he formed bands, and eventually, with friends from school, he formed Dire Straits. His lyrics are really storytelling. In the way that he tells the story in the song Sultans of Swing, you really are listening to the words all the time throughout the whole song. It's interesting that the hook of the Sultans of Swing only comes like 1 minute, like maybe almost a minute and a half to 2 minutes into the song, which goes against every kind of traditionalist aspect of, don't bore us, get to the chorus sort of application. But you don't mind because of the strong storytelling of the lyrics, and then also the hook, da 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 da, that little hook, which is actually probably the hook of the whole song. So his lyrics were storytelling. Dire Straits, the song Sultans of Swing, is almost like a dirge, a ballad of lore, where you tell the news or events of the day, and you're listening to it and you're just glued to what's occurring. Right now, he went into a solo career after Dire Straits was really huge. He said, this band is too big for me. So it just goes to show kind of like the purity of him as an artist, and he's released multitudes of albums. He actually did a country collaboration with Emmylou Harris, which is a lovely album itself. I remember spending 4 hours learning how to play what we call claw hand, which is the bass, your thumb playing the bass, boom, 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 and on the top you're playing the melody. And I spent 4 hours learning that. So Knopfler is great. He's a minimalist, stripped down. Right now he's 75 years old. He was born in 1949. But enjoy the song Sultans of Swing. I look forward to being back in Tennessee soon, and wishing you guys all the best. Blessings. Ciao.